Welcome to Organic Frequency Radio.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Stephanie and Oksana are here again.
Hi, everyone. So glad to be back. I know it's been a little hiatus, but we've been resting, relaxing, getting ourselves together, and getting ready for an awesome new year.
Yes. A new year for some started in January, for some is starting in March.
March 21st.
21st is coming up, and I'm personally very excited. One, for the warm weather in California, see how we are. And two, for me personally, I feel like I definitely started a new life chapter, huge one, and that's why I'm excited to move forward, because the last year has been brutally challenging, even though it's internally more challenging, and externally actually, because everything is connected. But it's a brighter day today. It's a brighter new year for me, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
we've gone through quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting transition because, like for me, like I started, in about a year and a half ago I moved here, and it's been really interesting. But it's funny because I feel like no matter what happens or like what situation I'm in, that like as long as I remain kind of like balanced, stress-free, which we'll talk about a little bit later, things kind of seem to just work out a little bit better when I stop trying to have so much control and say, okay, these are the way that things need to be, and have this specific plan. That never really like worked out for me. And it's funny because everybody's like, you need to have better plans and you need to do this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I tried that, but it didn't really work so well for me. So I might have like a mini plan, but I'm not going like super deep into it. I'm like, this is what I want. Let's kind of see what happens from there. And maybe that's not a good way to do it. Maybe it's a little bit too like lackadaisical or whatever. Is that even a word? But I swear I've heard that word before somewhere. But I don't know. I'm really excited to kind of see like where things go from here. I'm definitely noticing things changing around me, but I feel like as they change internally, they're changing more around me too. So,
well, and just kind of put information out and bring it out to our listeners is, as you already noticed, we changed, we updated, upgraded, revamped our radio show from last 2 years because we felt we've done what we could and needed for that mission, and we outgrew it, and now we're ready to embark on a new chapter and see where it takes us, because for, Stephanie and I, we both stepped into a completely very different lifestyle, new state, everything new for us.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. It's so funny because everybody's like, we're starting a new chapter or we're turning a new page. I feel like we're writing a new fucking book.
Yeah, that's even more better.
Like, I think
it's a complete, yes, for me, yes. And for actually many. I'm connecting to amazing people now, and everyone is starting a new adventures, and are different types of adventures. They're more, first of all, more connected to their heart, more connected to what they want,
living more authentically,
more what is resonating with the earth, with what's happening, not what is being told to do, and that's very motivating and inspiring, and that's why I agree with you. It is a new book. It is a new book.
Right. But and it's just like the never-ending story, right? So, and the never-ending story, and I'm so totally aging myself. It's like a movie that was out like in the 80s, and and literally like Bastion is reading this book, and as he's like reading the book, it's literally being written. Like the next page is not even written yet. So it's kind of interesting.
Yes, and it's exciting.
That correlation,
And that's kind of when you learn to live in unknownness, because truly you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, even if you have plans. We've talked about forever on the radio too.
Exactly.
You don't know. So when you do find internal home, internal balance, even if you don't know what's coming tomorrow, you will be okay.
I mean, it really doesn't
You
matter
are
what's
okay.
coming tomorrow if you're balanced, right? You just
Exactly.
maintain your balance through all of it. That's the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately.
And balance is the state of, it is what it is. Well, anyway, but we've transitioned from Body and Soul Awareness radio show, and now we are on Organic Frequency radio show, and we will go a little bit more into the depths of why we did it, what was behind it, what's coming up on the next radio show, where we will be actually doing more of us and presenting our evolution up to now and where we're hoping to go, or what we're creating with this new life coming up. And so we're not gonna dive right now into all of the details because we do have an amazing guest with us, but next time. But just now today we are announcing that we are on the radio show, on Organic Frequency radio show for the first time.
Yeah, and we're really excited to be back with you guys. We've missed you.
We have. And just to give you a guest calling number is 619-789-6804. Please do call. Please feel free to connect. Comment on our Facebook page. We used to put homeworks on our pages, and we used to announce homework at every end of a radio show for us and for listeners to do, for you guys to do. But this time we're going to be doing it a little bit different, and we will tell you about that next week.
Right. Yeah, so go ahead and let's introduce our special guest.
Yes. Well, we are, first of all, right now we are at Vedanta Spiritual and Holistic Retreat. It's on the amazing mountain in California, Hot Springs. We've been here before once, and we're again here to host. Actually, Deepak is hosting this radio show. We're, inviting him, and he was lovely enough to host it. And it's been amazing. We've only been here only one night, maybe full day, including yesterday, and the air is different, the feeling is different.
That's the first thing that Kristen said when we got here. He was like, it just smells different here. It's so much nicer. I was like, that's because there's no people around. There's no cars and smog and, oil refineries everywhere.
Chemtrails, yep. So, Deepak Swarup, he is the host of Vedanta Spiritual and Holistic Retreat. The retreat is an eco-village and an international center for holistic learning, helping to unfold a new human consciousness and create a positive and sustainable future. The vision is to be a major catalyst in the transformation of humankind, working with individuals and institutions to integrate body, mind, heart, spirit, and community in a nurturing relationship with the environment and embody the value of human possibilities that vastly exceeds our imagination. Bravo.
Yes, I love that.
Here are our guest, Deepak Swarup. Is that the correct way to say it? Deepak? Yes?
Always a correct.
Welcome.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you for having me on the show, Anna and Stephanie.
Yes, we're so glad to have you. We're even more glad to be here. I honestly, Deepak, I love this place. I love the energy here. It's just amazing.
Thank you.
So tonight we're going to be talking about healthy and stress-free living, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's a really big focus that you have, and I wanted to kind of get a little bit more into it because we were talking about being balanced earlier, and I fully believe that stress is such a huge, huge detriment to our bodies and our overall lifestyles and well-being and sense of balance. So I understand that stress is important for us as human beings, but can you explain a little bit more, what the difference is between being stressed out for survival reasons versus being, stressed out for other reasons?
So stress, as you rightly said, is an important part of our human body. It was, when the human body was designed, 10, 15, 20,000 or whenever. It was our ancestors, for our ancestors, stress was a survival, and that's how the human race has survived. During life-threatening situations. But once the danger passed, the stress level lowered.
Right.
However, in today's world, the stress doesn't seem to.
It never stops.
Right? So we are constantly bombarded with stressors. Can be work deadline, traffic, family obligations, and just our mind.
Right.
We can be creating it in our mind also. We rarely get a break from that stress, long enough to relax and relieve the stress. So overactivation of our stress hormones is responsible for all the chronic diseases that we currently have. Been linked to high blood pressure, heart attacks, low immunity, depression, anxiety, and anything, name it. Simple, we've seen people come here, simple outbreaks of acne is also related to stress. And body's way of telling that, I'm stressed out, I need to relax.
Makes sense. I mean, our body talks to us constantly, right? It's always telling us. It's just, are we actually listening?
Are we self-aware?
So traditionally, or actually in the past, or the way the body is designed, as soon as the body becomes of something dangerous or perceives as danger, it has an incredible and beautiful system that immediately raises the pulses and produces a cocktail of 3 stress hormones.
Could you tell us a little bit more about those hormones?
Yes. So we have 3 different types of stress hormones, and always the same 3. As soon as the body becomes aware of something that it perceives as danger, it releases adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol into the body. So adrenaline, and each of these 3 hormones have a very specific purpose.
Right.
So basically what these hormones are they designed is to prepare the body either to fight or for flight. So in olden days, when we lived in the caves, what was the danger? A bear.
Bears, yep.
Or a mountain lion or a lion. So either we were running away from the bear, or we wanted to stay and fight the bear, kill the bear, because we wanted the skin to keep us warm in the winter.
Right.
And these hormones these 3 hormones prepare the body specifically, and we'll go through the role of each hormone and how beautiful the body is, how well the system is designed, that these functions take place. So adrenaline, it sharpens our senses, so we can run faster, avoid obstacles, better thinking, quicker thinking, and it also convinces us that stress is fun.
That's interesting. Okay. So that's why we like roller coasters and stuff, right?
Right. So that's why we have adrenaline junkies.
Yeah.
Snowboarding.
That's why we go to,
Not much.
all these things, and that's why we are becoming. So this gives us a jack that many people want to feel, the rush in their blood. This adrenaline buzz makes it feel fun to be busy, feel fun to be stressed.
Okay.
It's a common thing, people say that, oh, I work best when I'm stressed.
I used to say the same thing, Deepak. I did.
We feel, oh, when I'm stressed, that's why my creativity, my productivity goes up tremendously.
It's like a drug. It's sometimes like a drug almost.
It is a drug.
When I'm busy, I'm more productive.
Right. So you have a packed diary. Your nearest, dearest are wondering if you should take a break. You put on a face-splitting smile and say this kind of stress is positive.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Lie to ourselves.
You are a person who loves to be juggling at least 10 balls in the air at the same time. You are the man of action. So that's what this hormone does to you. It also helps us see the positive side. So when we need the pelt from the bear, we won't be afraid to how big and scary it looks.
Because we really want that belt.
We dare to attack it in some kind of, it's an exciting challenge.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
So now the other two, noradrenaline. So you need to fight a flight. Your body prepares for this. The noradrenaline helps tense the muscles.
Okay. So like blood flow to the muscles or something increases? Okay, got it.
So keep them tense. You need to fight. Your muscle need to stay tense as long as your body feels under threat. It hits you after a few months or years with more stress building up, that the muscles get tired. And you start feeling it in your shoulders, you feel it in your back, in your neck, in your jaws.
The weight of the world started weighing down on you.
So then perhaps you book a time with your masseuse, right, who needs and massages, plumbing those muscles to release the tension. You feel revitalized and relaxed. You go home, carry on as usual, you change nothing, and 3 days later you feel the same tension again.
Sometimes the next day, let's be honest.
Yeah. So now you're wondering if the masseuse was good or not.
I know.
Right?
It's not our fault, guys.
Right.
You have to change your lifestyle and still come see me on a regular basis.
Because the effect did not last long.
Right. That's so true.
So the body wants that tension because it's under stress. So that's how it is surviving. It needs that to deal with the danger, deal with that threat. So tension is in your entire body. So that's what noradrenaline does.
Okay.
Now cortisol, the last, not the least, and we have a synthetic version of it called cortisol.
Okay.
Which the pharmaceutical companies love to give us.
Really? What do they prescribe that for exactly?
Anything.
Oh, okay. Just like all the other pills.
So if they can't resolve any of your issues, they will prescribe cortisol.
But I actually heard somewhere that cortisol was the hormone that was responsible for people being overweight. Is that? I don't know. Maybe that's
cortisol.
Right,
yeah, so it has its side effects. So
okay.
That synthetic version has, and this cortisol also has a side effect.
Okay.
If you keep pumping it into your body all the time.
Okay.
So cortisol when used once in a while, it strengthens our immune system.
Wow.
Immune defense system.
Okay.
Okay. So it raises the danger level in your body. So it tells your immune system to go on high alert.
Okay.
Because you're going to fight the bear, going to get some cuts,
Infection.
you're going to get infection. So be on high alert to fight all this infection to keep you safe. Right? Helps us in difficult situations. This is also the stress hormone that gives us burnout.
Okay.
So now, it's just imagine if you have some soldiers posted on the border.
Okay.
And you tell them that any minute some enemy is coming through that defense line, right? Be on
high alert.
High alert. So they are on high alert, standing there. For a few hours, they are high alert, they're doing their job, they're motivated. But then this goes on for hours and days and weeks and months. So now they become trigger happy. Because they are so stressed out, the soldiers. So your immune system also becomes stressed out like that. Because it needs to do something. I mean, you said there's danger, something is coming. Oh, maybe I missed it. So it will start attacking good stuff.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah.
So it's not, it's trigger happy now.
You want to attack outside, but it's attacking inside. Like you cannot attack
so
somebody
something
outside.
which might be good, it will just, so that's where, and then, so it starts attacking the red corpuscles in the body. So one, in an extreme case, when you have a low red blood count in the body, or what is called anemic, right, is part of this result.
I've faced that before.
Okay.
Yeah. Number of years I've been diagnosed and I had to switch some things.
And because we are producing all these information is being transmitted, we also burn out a neurotransmitter in the brain.
That makes sense. Just because everything's so overused when it doesn't have to be.
So it's supposed to be, for 2 hours, 3 hours, you either are fighting, you're not going to fight for months with a bear. Either they kill you or you kill the bear.
Right.
Most of the time we manage to kill. Right? Most of the time we manage to kill. That's how we survive.
Right.
Or you run, you outrun him or you hide, and then you relax. But here you don't. You are constantly. So cortisol is also a hormone that throws a cloak over our consciousness.
Interesting.
Right? It helps the whole picture. The bear is massive with razor sharp teeth.
He's stronger than you.
He's stronger than you. He's scary. He's bigger than you. The cortisol helps us to perform the miracles. And it blocks the pain for that period of time. And you've seen people would, as soon as the help arrives and they feel they're safe, the body starts to relax, and they start feeling the pain.
Yep. Like it all falls apart at that point. Like, oh gosh, okay, help me.
So you call it fall apart, or body is saying, okay, let me now relax.
Right.
Let
me get back to balance.
Let's get back to balance.
Right.
So it blocks out pain, it keeps the shock, terrible news at bay, helps you survive the situation.
Right.
Once the threat has been eliminated, tiredness and feeling catch up with you. What will happen if the threat does not go away?
The hormones constantly keep on getting pumped.
Right. So you don't feel the pain.
Right.
You don't. Your shoulder is hurting. Your neck is hurting. Right.
Yeah.
This body is way of telling you that you need to relax, but you don't, because you don't feel the pain.
So that means to say, okay, I'm sorry, let me interject. So that means that we're in a lot more pain than we even think we're in, really. Like we're actually a lot more worse off than we thought we were in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't realize until it's too late.
Yeah. Makes sense, huh?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, one day, it's a tipping, you tip over.
Right.
There is always a tipping point. People have burnout. We get people come here all the time who said, I'm burnt out. And I don't know. I've been doing crazy things for the last 3 weeks. I'm just totally burnt out. I can't take it. I can't do this. I can't handle my wife. I can't handle my husband. I can't handle children. I can't handle work.
Right.
Anything. Everything is, and high levels of cortisol is the reason we achieve the burnout. It is that hormone in the body that ultimately burns you out. Because there's only so much you can take. So we don't appreciate the seriousness until it's too late. Right? We close off from our own feelings, from the pain, other signals that the body is giving. We feel strong, invulnerable. We keep going without rest until we reach a point when even the stress hormones cannot keep us going.
Right. That's when people come here.
Yeah, sometimes we can help, sometimes we can't. And that's when you reach the chronic fatigue and burnout.
Okay.
And it is inevitable. So stress always begins in the brain.
Okay.
So you burn out, cortisol helps burn out the neurotransmitters. You start doing crazy things. You have people, I know someone who was so burnt out, doing a very high-level job in a financial, a mutual fund company. And one morning, she's driving just with the right side of the body. Her left side is totally paralyzed. The left hand is not moving, left leg is not moving, but she drove. She went to office, and she does not realize.
Wow.
She does not. She's so focused on what she needs to get done. They were, I think, doing a major merger or something they were going through. So I don't remember it was the left side or the right side. It was probably the right side because you change your, gears you change your stick. So she was changing it with the left side without realizing.
Wow.
Without realizing?
Yeah, because she didn't realize it until she reached the office and her secretary said, "Why are you drinking your coffee from your left hand?"
Wow.
She brought her a cup of coffee, put it on the table on the right side. She picked it up with the left hand and started drinking. She said, "Why aren't you using your right hand?" And her right hand was
it's so amazing how like our body accommodates.
Yeah, so you are
crazy,
so
yeah.
it's
You don't
a
even
very
think about
extreme. You'll keep fighting. You're fighting the bear.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you have the bear is there. You have to keep fighting. So even you feel it in your stomach. You experience it in your muscles, but stress is where it starts in the brain.
Mhm.
So now here at this point, what I normally like to tell people is don't believe in anything I say. Okay? Don't believe it just because I'm saying. And as your host, Oksana and Stephanie said, I'm just a host here. I have no qualifications. I'm not a doctor. But I have experienced these things in my life and have gone through major health crisis where the doctors did say, you have 6 months to live. And that was about 4 years ago. So, and these are the facts. You can do your own research. Normally, we want you to take all the facts, but you can just take the facts that fit your opinion.
Which is generally what most people like to do.
Right. But then you're paying with your health.
That's right.
So consequences of stress. Right?
Okay.
You had a question, right? You wanted to ask something. I see a question
Well,
in your face.
I did. I just want to kind of know like how it affects the nervous system. That's how your body is all wired and sends messages, and the system that does that. So I just kind of want to know like how do these hormones affect your nervous system? Because I know you were saying like they burn it out in your brain, but it's not just in your brain; it's all over your body.
Yeah, so it depends. You see, the brain controls certain things. So how it ultimately comes out and shows is very individual.
Okay.
Over a period of time, it affects everyone. How it affects each person, each individual, it's an individual experience.
Right.
I might react differently, you might react differently, she might react differently.
Right. Like one person might get cancer, one person might have a heart attack, person might. Okay.
But sooner or later, you will have some kind of...
So your lifestyle will definitely catch up with you eventually.
Yeah. Health, ultimately, you will have. So that organs that primarily react to stress are called sympathetic nervous system.
Okay.
Adrenaline glands.
Okay.
The sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system is part of our autonomous nervous system, an involuntarily controlled system of our body. We have no control over it.
Right.
If we had a control over it, we would have wrecked this body long time ago.
Isn't that the truth?
We would have gone over the cliff 30 seconds into this body.
We don't come with instructions. That's why we have to become self-aware and learn our bodies. Because we don't come out like, hey, here's your book.
Whoever created this divine system,
that's how your body works.
Whoever created or however it evolved, okay, so people say, oh, don't know if it was created, it was evolved. So whoever, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It did not trust us.
It was smart.
It took that control over. So it runs on its own. That is all on autopilot.
Right.
And an autopilot which you can help it, change your surroundings and your situations and how you do things, and change your lifestyle. But it doesn't let you turn it off.
Right.
Because it knows that second it gives you the control, you will wreck it.
Right. Well, because your body is designed to stay alive, right? That's the main purpose of your body, is to keep it alive.
So now, we do need both these, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So the sympathetic nervous system is the accelerator paddle of our body.
Okay.
Right? It's the part of the nervous system that kicks in when something happens, actions, verbs, spirit, when we need. Right?
Okay.
The body thinks we need to fight or flight, or we need to do something.
Okay.
We need to. That's how we go about doing our office, work, looking after children,
Right.
preparing food for the family. The parasympathetic nervous system is the brake paddle in our body. This is the part of the nervous system that stands for peace and quiet,
Okay.
contemplation, rest, and sleep.
Okay.
So, and life is going through a treacherous road, through a very curvy mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Keep driving with the feet on the accelerator, you are going to go down the cliff.
Right.
So you need both. So you need a balance.
Mm-hmm. Right, a balance between like being and doing.
Right. So a good stage on life's journey, two needs to be in balance. No one can drive paddle to metal without touching the brakes from time to time.
Right.
If you do not reduce your speed now and again, sooner or later you'll go down the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I like that analogy.
It's a very good analogy.
So, if you can stay in a balance, rest, you digest, you let the muscles relax, your immune system to relax. Be off guard. The soldiers need to change guard.
Right.
They say, okay, there's no threat now. Chill out, relax. There's no high alert. So if you manage that balance, you manage and you go through that sleep. That's why people have insomnia. That's another immediate reaction. You don't sleep, you are thinking. Even if you think you're sleeping, you're actually, the whole body is still in that level of stress.
Right.
So you have to find a balance. Life is all about balance. So if you can find that balance, you can have the sympathetic system working good for you. And then when you are relaxed and rested, and then when you go out again, then you can do better.
Right.
You're more creative, you are more productive, you're more focused. So all those things come with so it's a balance of.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, lack of sleep affects me quite a bit.
And normally here, I quote a Zen master. Says the Zen master, a student asks, "What is your lesson today?" Relax. Nothing is under control. Go with the flow.
Dude, I love it. I say that all the time. I'm like, just chill, it's cool, go with the flow, see what happens.
So what happens when you're stressed out, right? You asked about what happens to your nervous system. Anxiety, worry, guilt, nervousness, anger, frustration, moodiness. You want to go on?
That kind of seems like what everybody's going through. Everybody's stressed.
Depression, suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
Appetite varies.
I'm sorry, but it sounds like the disclaimer that they say on all of like the pharmaceutical drugs, like when they're like, "Oh, you should take this drug, it's great," but then they're like, "Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer."
You
That's
will
what it
die.
sounds like.
Right. So you're overusing a beautiful system.
Yeah.
These are the side effects. Loneliness, nightmare,
Wow.
diminished concentration,
Okay.
impaired memory or forgetfulness. So
Right. Wow.
what are the behavior disorders? Sleep disorder, change in eating habits, serious appearance. You're always serious. You're always, oh, wow, I don't know what I'm going to.
Some minimum laughing, lack of laughing,
no laugh lines.
Nervous behavior, increased frustration, overreacting.
Okay.
Change in productivity.
Right.
And how do we try to subdue this? We drink alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
End of the day, you say, okay, I'll take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or maybe a case of beer, and all will be good. Right?
A lot of beer.
So we literally drug ourselves to sleep.
Right.
You go to the bar, you take drinks. So when you experience stress, sympathetic nervous system, the accelerator, sends out nerve impulses from the brain along the spinal cord into the organ of the body.
Okay.
Okay, body, danger alert, get ready for action. Whatever happens, the goal is survival.
Right.
Okay, so that's the message. Now, what really happens to the body? What is happening elsewhere?
Right.
So these were, we said, how all these 3 hormones prepared the body to fight.
Right.
And what were the other things that it did? That's not the only role that it did.
Right.
So your beautiful body, a wonderful defense system, bear in mind, stress is a survival instinct. Right? Body prepares itself to run fast away from the bear or attack and kill it.
Right.
So what else is done in the body? So when you become stressed, a heart beats faster. Heart to be able to pump more blood.
Oh, to the muscles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the blood flows can increase 400% to the priority part of the body.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Priority.
Yes. So now it has prioritized the blood flow to certain parts of the body. Muscles, lungs, and brain.
Okay.
So that's why, we can run. That's why we are able to work long hours. We are able to, work with certain amount of concentration and focus and keep doing. So it's basically body is saying, safety first.
Okay.
We need to survive. If we don't survive, what's the point?
Right, exactly.
So here is what happens. It kind of reduces your blood pressure also.
Okay.
So there is blood pumping hard, but because in case you bleed, doesn't want the
you
blood
don't
to
want to bleed
flow
out, right?
Bleed out.
Okay.
I think I've heard that.
It's basically from the skin. So certain parts of the body, there's high blood pressure, and certain parts of the body, there's low blood pressure. So your lungs are breathing, it needs to breathe faster.
Okay.
So because it needs quick oxygenation, blood increase in the muscles, other organs that are prioritized under stress.
Right.
So muscles, lungs, and brain.
Okay.
Breathing switches from deep breathing to just very shallow breathing.
Right. Yeah, that's running.
Right. So you're breathing. So you're just breathing very shallow.
Right.
So breath high up tires the muscle. So you're just breathing in your upper chest.
Okay.
It tires the muscles around your neck, throat, jaws, and shoulders. Because that's the only portion that's being used.
Right. Instead of doing the deep belly breathing. Yep.
So now, when you breathe shallow and you breathe rapidly, your brain follows the same pattern. Brain always follows your breathing pattern.
Okay.
So now you have many shallow thoughts, shallow, quick thoughts. So your mind is, because that's why you need quick thinking. If you're running, you need quick thinking. Of
right, like which way do I go? Do I climb the tree? Do I go in the cave?
Right. So quick thinking. You need quick thinking. That's why people say, oh, when I'm stressed, I think fast. I can think.
Yeah.
So you are hyperactive. Mind gets also hyperactive. So that's why it's the brain burnout starts.
Got it. Okay.
So the lungs are cone-shaped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Top is narrow, broader at the base. So the lower parts of the lungs absorb actual maximum. There has more alveoli or the lung sacs or the air sacs, that tiny sacs that absorb oxygen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really, when you start getting to the breathing pattern, you're not really absorbing enough oxygen into the body.
Right.
So you think it, again, does a function, but not enough oxygen is. So here is what happens. So you start breathing faster because you don't have enough oxygen. So you start breathing faster and faster and faster. So in I don't remember the year, 1930s or sometime, one of the Nobel Prizes for medicine was given to a doctor who said that if you put a cancer patient in oxygen chamber, and you can cure his cancer. That's it.
Just put them in there. No other changes.
Oxygen.
Yes,
just oxygen.
Okay.
The lack of oxygen is a cause for cancer.
Okay.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
We talk about how you can de-stress it and all that. So but before we go into saying how breathing and yoga can help us, let's just go through a few more things what happens with stress.
Okay.
So how does stress affect the skin? So during this process of stress, the body prioritizes less blood going to the skin. That is a low priority area. And the reason it also reduces less flow in your blood to the skin is because in case of an injury, it doesn't want you to bleed to death.
Right.
So less blood goes to the outer skin.
Okay.
The result is dry skin that feels in a cold sweat. You have aging, starts looking aging, you start having wrinkles because, it's a poor circulation. You start losing hair on your head because, again, there is less blood in that.
Right, and hair is not a necessity, right?
No, it's not a question of necessity. It's just because the skin is not gaining its, not getting enough blood.
Got it, okay. So that's why so many people are bald.
Yeah.
Because of stress.
It becomes kind of genetic also, but
Gray hair.
a lot of hair loss is because of stress.
Yeah, no.
You can see it's a normal. So hormones, chronic stress means high level of stress hormones are secreted, while at the same time, amount of sex hormones, growth hormones in the blood goes down.
Wow.
Again, priority.
Right.
What is your priority? Survival or procreation?
Right.
So lower level of sex hormones leads to loss of sexual appetite, PMS pain increase, level of estrogen fall. Low level of estrogen can cause greater discomfort during the menopause.
That makes a lot of sense.
Body is not interested in reproduction when there is a bear and other threats in the vicinity.
That's true. Yeah, like if you're about to go into labor, your body will literally stop you if there's something threat around, so you can get away.
Lower levels of growth hormones lead to decreased metabolism, reduction in muscle building and strengthening capacity. Water, mineral balance in the body is distributed, and the sense of well-being, the energy shrinks and disappears altogether. What happens to stomach and your bowels, digestive system? So again, it's a low priority.
Right.
You're not eating when you're running, or you're... So when you are under stress, your muscles are tense, they need more oxygen, they need more blood. So where does it come? It gets reallocated from your stomach or your digestive system.
That's so funny, because when I used to be stressed out, I just would not eat. I just wasn't hungry. I couldn't eat.
So it's diverted from your stomach, intestines, certain parts of your bowels, muscles, heart and lungs.
Some people don't eat more when they stress. How does that? Is it similar, kind of just opposite? Right?
No. So body is still, if you are constant stress, after a while it still feels, well, I need nutrients.
Right.
So it needs the food, but because whatever you eat, you don't absorb it.
Right.
It's not, the stomach is not functioning at its full capacity. So if you have, let's say, 1,000 calories in a meal, you only absorb 200 calories of that, or 300 calories. So you need to eat more.
So that's why people continue to keep on eating and comfort
That is all again.
That
is overheating is again one of the symptoms that you. But mostly it's not. It's a side effect. You can say it's a further disorder that starts to happen.
Okay.
But what stress causes is gastric problem, heartburn, cramps, sensitivity to certain foods, constipation.
Yeah.
Diarrhea, various things.
There's so many people that have all those problems now, that are coming up, that things I never really heard of before,
irritable bowel syndrome.
Exactly.
Strong related to stress.
All
Weird
that.
stuff.
Under stress, the colon becomes irritated, muscle movements become spasmic, other than soft weight, sleep disturbances caused by stress, aggravates IBS. Our stomach is a low priority when stressed.
Right.
And because you are working at such a low stomach priority, your nutrient uptake is half, less than half, 30%.
Yep.
And the biggest problem is that you also stop your micronutrients that you are supposed, and minerals that you are supposed to absorb from the body.
Right.
From your food, don't get absorbed at all.
Right. And if
so that leads to deficiency.
Exactly. And I always talk about that to my clients when I was doing the nutrition coaching. I was like, you're putting your body under all this stress, eating all this food, and it's not even getting digested, absorbed, and assimilated properly. So what's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tasty.
It doesn't matter how well we eat, Making most of the nutrients, and the body reserves vitamins, minerals, trace elements instead.
Right.
In chronic stress, the reserves are drained. Virtually everyone suffering from burnout has dietary deficiency. And the story does not end here. It's an ongoing process. So, to compensate for this impaired nutrient absorption, the body liberates fatty acids and sugars into the bloodstream to provide energy to the muscles and organs. All with the aim of providing the power to eliminate the threat. So its body is still working for that on that process of trying to eliminate the threat. So it says, okay, we don't have enough nutrients. Let's produce fatty acids and sugar. This in turn means level of harmful cholesterol accelerate, increase the risk of contracting diabetes too, as stress triggers blood sugar imbalance that eventually leads to hypersensitive to glucose, white, brown, raw sugar, whatever.
All kinds of diseases.
Yeah.
Problems.
So that's how the body, all these hormones work in the body.
That's very interesting. Not many people know the details, of course, because, it requires studying and researching and identifying, and so your information is definitely very helpful. Yeah. So what do we do? What do we do?
Right. So what do we do? What do we do? That's a good question. Because we do have to live in this world. We have to drive through the LA traffic or New York traffic or wherever. Right.
Deadlines in the office.
Deadlines in the office, crazy bosses, or our crazy ambitions.
Yeah.
Right? Soccer practices.
Broken legs, phone.
So, yeah. So we learn to breathe.
Yeah.
Sounds funny. Oh, I know how to breathe. No, we don't. We are typically breathing with our 25 to 33% of our lung capacity. And there is scientific evidence.
That's it?
That's it. An average person, or even above average, 90%, 95% people are breathing 25 to 33% of the lung capacity.
Wow.
Rest of the rooms in the bedroom and the house are not open.
I mean, it makes sense.
So yes, doing pranayam, as it's called, doing breathing exercises every day, 2 times a day, can activate the parasympathetic nervous system.
Okay.
And tell it to body to relax, mind to calm down, and de-stress. The muscles can relax. And we don't recommend the modern American yoga system, which is high-paced, hot yoga, this yoga, that yoga. What we recommend is very slow, moving, and simple. Again, we're not trying to achieve any kind of muscle building here. Yoga is not for muscle building. It's not what it has all been projected about.
Right. About being hot in yoga pants.
It's a yoga, I call it yoga mania out there.
Yeah.
Yoga mania. It might be good, but...
And it's leading to the way that yoga is being taught today. It's leading to a lot of injuries.
Exactly.
Yeah, because people are pushing themselves past
Open
what they're
Instagram.
supposed to. And isn't yoga specifically supposed to be you doing what your body can do and what your body can do that day at that moment, not even what you could do yesterday? Like maybe you're more tight on this side today, whatever, and that's okay. Just go with it.
Exactly.
Be wherever you're at
today.
So
all these pretzel poses and fancy yoga asanas, which are done by yogis, who have been doing this for 30 years or 40 years. And they're trying to achieve something or not. they're not meant for your, if you go for 3-day yoga class 3 times a week. So very simple yoga practices, very simple movements of making your body relaxed.
Okay.
Breathing deeply, and there are 6-7 breathing exercises that we teach.
Okay.
And 7 basic movements of the body. It's not even the average person who comes here says, "Oh, this is yoga?" So yes, this is yoga.
This is real yoga.
It's about bringing body, mind, and soul and activating your parasympathetic nervous system to bring about a balance. So that's how you can bring about a balance. So if you do it twice a day, bring out 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And of course, our stressed out mind feels that we don't have time, right?
Right.
You do have time when you're going to take a doctor's appointment, right?
Right.
And sit in a hospital or in a doctor's office.
You take time off of work, you take the kid to a babysitter or whatever, yeah.
3-4 hours. And all the time you take off from work. And you've come to a point where you are non-functional, right?
Right.
So you've gone to a doctor. Time off. Right?
Exactly. You could have took that time off 20 years ago, but no. You wanted to wait and go see the doctor.
So this 20 minutes or 30 minutes of morning breathing exercise, even once a day, if you can start with once a day. We have seen people who have started regularly, honestly doing it, 30 minutes a day. They have found that what took them 8 hours or 10 hours to do at work, they finish it in 6 hours.
Okay.
They've done it better, they've done it faster, they're more focused, they've done it in, Now at that time you can, because you've relaxed, you can put the metal to the pedal.
Right.
Paddle to the metal. And then you come and relax. So you basically achieve a balance in life.
Okay. Nice. That's how we do it. We breathe. Yeah, and I mean, who would think it was that simple? So simple, yet so complex.
It's not complex. Life is simple. We make it complex.
That's very true. Our minds.
Well, and that's why a lot of I used to work for big corporate companies, and I would travel and I would meet people who are very busy, very, very high up out there, or just random people, and especially if they've made a good amount of money. And I would talk to them once in a while, and they would be really saying, I am on my path of minimizing my life. I don't need that house anymore. I will have a smaller house, but I will have more hours to swim in the ocean and enjoy myself without stress. And I remember that conversation. I actually was in the ocean on East Coast, swimming, enjoying myself. I think I was there for a project or something. And I was talking to one gentleman who said, not worth it. It's all not worth it. And he's done it. He said, I'm here, I'm swimming, I'm enjoying my life. I'm happy. I don't have to chase it anymore. And that's, we slow down. We slow down and we breathe. I even have to sometimes remind myself to breathe. And I teach that. Now, of course, it's a little bit easier because I don't have the life I used to have, but sometimes, because I used to be one of those fast going persons. I mean, whatever Deepak just described, half of it was me.
Yeah.
It's a process, and that's why when people think, oh, I'll just do this, yes, it's a good start. You have to start with oneself.
Yeah, but it's about like deprogramming your mind for the need for stress, I think. Like I said, like, first of all, other people's expectations and trying to live up to them. That was like a really big stress for me. It was another big stress. Oh gosh. I guess for me, like with the kids, like making sure that they were safe and taken care of constantly, which is not something that I stress about anymore. I've been trying to work on that a lot, like relax and let Kai just like run and fall and skin his knee, and that's okay if he does that, you know. But like, I don't know, like I haven't had the corporate level stress in a really long time, just because even when I kind of like weaned myself out of it. So I think it was like a little bit easier on that aspect, but then like just the regular everyday kind of stress, like parenting, whatever, that I think that's my only semi-stress that I still have. But I'm working on it daily. What are some more ways I can work on it, Deepak?
So here's one way you can work on it.
Okay.
Be happy.
Okay.
Not because everything is good, but because you can see the good side of everything.
There we go. Look at the big picture. Okay. I like that.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I always say, what is the alternative? You know? Like I say, okay, if you're not feeling good now, you're not happy, and I understand many days where you're like, I don't care, I'm just not happy, and that's okay. But if you find yourself always miserable and always feeling like that, I tell those people, what is your alternative? Happy and not happy, miserable, and find something within you that connects you to happy moments. Because being happy also is a step process, you know? It's when, for example, if you think of something that I was spending time with Stephanie somewhere in Hawaii, like, let's just say. And I was extremely happy there. And sometimes when you find yourself waking up every morning for some reason and just not find happiness in your life, maybe potentially you can simply start with thinking of something enjoyable you've done with Stephanie in Hawaii.
But why are you not happy?
You always have to find the root of the problem.
Or is it just in your mind?
But the root of the problem is the mind.
That's very true, very true.
Yeah. So if you don't feel good, think of what is your alternative.
Yeah, and
like
why?
You only will gain from investigating your thought patterns. Why are you thinking and catching up on those thoughts that are not happy every day? What's creating that?
Right.
So, any other ways, Deepak?
There are many ways, but I guess let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Breathe.
There we go. To your full capacity. So how do you do that? I know, did you tell us any specific techniques, or would you like to give us?
It's difficult to talk about the specific techniques on the radio. You have to show them.
Got it.
And one does need to have a little bit of caution to how, not really caution that they're not going to do any harm, but they need to be done in a particular way to get maximum benefits from them.
Got it. Okay. What other precautions are there? Because I know I was like reading something that said like if you're pregnant or if you're...
Yeah, so there are different techniques. That's why it's important to say that, you know, when you're breathing, that when you're doing certain exercises, you are doing it in a way that you have to take certain precautions at certain times.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go to a quick commercial break. We will be back in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds good. Well, during this commercial break, I will actually give you, some of the benefits that you will be receiving when you will be attending this workshop, integrate body, mind, and heart integration on April 5th through 8th. What you will do, you will receive improvement of muscular and skeletal systems. You will be able to relax your body and de-stress your body. You will reboot of energy in your body and initiate healing. You will release unhealthy thought patterns and start understanding what's going on in your brain. You will establish a healthy thought patterns and emotions after understanding why you've been catching the negative side of your thoughts constantly. You will harmonize your body, mind, and emotions. And also, I will be doing one-on-one private sessions with whoever wants to really investigate more their state of being and what is lacking and what concerns are, because I do have private sessions that I do on the phone, and we can do that at this retreat. Also, what I would like to tell you is during this retreat, you will flow with me with my prepared class, Free Flow Movement. You will have organic lunches here. You will definitely have free time to explore nature, do hikes, connect with natural springs here. We will have lectures. I will be doing lecture, body, mind, and heart integration, how everything works, and why it is important to integrate all the aspects of yourself. We will be actually exploring here jacuzzi by the fireplace that Deepak has. We'll be doing that tonight. Then actually Deepak will be stepping in for one night meditation that we discussed with him. He will prepare that for you guys as a treat. I will be doing a number of meditations, including self-awareness meditations in the mornings. We will be doing meditation and stretches in the nature. Also have some gatherings where we will be actually sharing our experiences and how we live through life right now and what we're missing to have a healthy lifestyle. So you will have circles with me with tea, and if you want coffee, but I would prefer tea. I'm trying to get off coffee as well, so we'll just stick with tea. Also, you will be working on, like I said earlier, rotating every joint in your body. Even though I used to be a professional dancer, and when I started doing these classes of rotating all the parts of my body, all the joints, I realized that even I didn't do that when I professionally danced. What else are we going to do? We're going to trying to remember what I did there. We'll definitely go to hot springs here. We will go and spend time in Sequoia National Park with giant trees. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. We will do Qigong mindful movement energy class there. You will have plenty of time to just explore, connect with the nature, reflect, and potentially really understand, what is that preventing in your life for you to have that balance in your life. And maybe perhaps you'll understand what you need to do about it to move forward. We'll have a lot of time in the nature, and I would like to also say that we will have vegetarian and vegan food here, all organic, lunches, dinners, breakfast. We'll have a lot of yummy snacks and veggie snacks and fruit snacks. Am I missing anything, Steph? What else am I supposed to be advertising for this retreat?
I think you've touched on all the really important points. I think the hot springs is going to be a definite value add to this. It's not an extra charge. It's something that's included. All the food's included, lodging is included. And just honestly, guys, sitting here and looking at this amazing view, I know you can't see it. I'll snap a shot and put it on our Facebook page, but it is just so peaceful and so stressless. That you just have to get here and experience it. And that, coupled with Oksana's program, is just going to give you an amazing, amazing sense of being able to understand yourself, go inside, help you bring balance. So when you do go back into the world, you can take all of those tools and tips and that sense of peace with you. So, because like before Deepak left, he was saying, like, why are you not happy? Like, what is it that's making you not happy to make you have to visualize being in another place? Like, everybody runs, like, we go to the mountains, we go to the beach, and I'm the number one proponent for this. I am out. If I'm not happy, I'm gone. And this is this is what my mom taught me. She was like, if you don't like it, you can leave. And you can, and I do. So that's one of the reasons I'm in California. I didn't like it. I needed a change. I left. But the point is that peace, that happiness, that balance, that stillness that you're searching for all over the world, it needs to be found within. And I think that's what your program will help do.
Yes, your home is always within. So if you're seeking deeper connection to your inner self, and if you are curious to be awakened to the language of your body, if you are interested to establish emotional balance, establish clarity, peace, and actually gain knowledge of how to balance your electromagnetic field in the body, come to this retreat. And you will be able to understand your body, your mind, and connect to your heart on a very deep level, so you can find home within yourself wherever you go, and eliminate any diseases, especially, or at least make steps. Yes, you're not going to eliminate, I'm not going to say
in one weekend,
you're going to eliminate. But you will, because chronic problems start, like we said, the root is where? Stress. It's in your mind, if you're stressed, it's in your
stress
mind.
Is created in your mind.
And to slow down our mind and thoughts, we are moving our body. This practice is we are moving our body with free flow movement, mindful movement, like Deepak was saying, slow movement. And that's mainly what I concentrate on as well. You go at your own pace. Everything is slow, because that's what you need for your body to experience, is to slow down, to release the tension in your muscles, to release the stress. And for that, we have to slow down movement, which will affect your brain, and you'll start connecting, and you literally will create space in your mind so you can observe what you're thinking of and whether it serves you.
Well, right,
for your health
and
or
where
not.
it comes from. That's
and where
the point
it comes
is, like,
from.
where are these thoughts coming from? Where are these feelings coming from? Are they from you internally, or are they from something that's been pumped in you from society or religion or parents or peers telling you how you should be? And you don't feel like you're adequately meeting up to those standards, so that's why you feel stressed.
Yeah.
Even your job, your boss, like, oh, you're not doing this fast enough, or you're not, whatever. So you get stressed out. Oh my God, I might lose my house. I might not have money. What do I do if I don't have money? Oh my God, and then you're stressed out again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the stress hormones kick in and help you finish that project, though. But then they don't keep you they don't keep you well ultimately. So.
Yeah. So this is an amazing retreat, and it's an amazing workshop that I prepared for you guys, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And for the information to register for this retreat, please call me directly or email me directly. My telephone number is 202-930-2530. My email address is b.e.a.m@gmail.com, which is b.e.a.m.c.i.e.n.t.w.i.s.d.o.m@gmail.com. Please visit my Facebook page. It's also Be Ancient Wisdom by b.e.a.m, B.E.A.M, and you will see all the details. I also posted on my personal page, but if you're not connected to me, then please go to my Be Ancient Wisdom by b.e.a.m. If you are connected to me privately, personally, you can probably see it there as well. I post it all the time. And another thing I would like to announce is, if you are not able to join me for this retreat on April 5th for 3 days, you can connect with me on Vimeo On Demand for my online classes that also present a lot of benefits, as we discussed right now. I do have online 3-day workshop there posted with explanations, so you can connect to that if you'd like. And the website for that is Vimeo, which is vimeo.com/Oksana Ganchar, OXANAGONCHAR /VOD_pages, PAGES. So it's vimeo.com/Oksana Ganchar /VOD_pages. Connect with me there. I also have my bio there, which is the same address, but after Oksana Ganchar /about. And you can read about me a little bit and connect. I am working on my website right now. It's being reconstructed because all kinds of new information came, and I had to redo it. So very soon it's going to be up and going, and I'll be able to advertise it. But it's oksanaganchar.com, so you can visit it once in a while. But it's being, reconstructed right now. Yes. So.
And then also, if you go to oksanaganchar.com, there's a free meditation that you can sign up for that can help you figure out where these patterns are coming from, these thought patterns, I guess, that are causing all of the stress.
Yes. And what I will do is I will be posting free meditation on our Organic Frequency radio page for today, because it's very appropriate for now after speaking to Deepak, to distress. And this meditation it takes you throughout your whole body, complete body, by placing focus on each part of your body internally. So you start being aware how you feel in each part of your body. So you really start connecting, because when I connect, for example, to one part, it feels relaxed and better. When I connect to another part, it creates pain, maybe even tension, maybe even throbbing. So I will post that self-awareness meditation on Organic Frequency Radio, which is Organic Frequency Radio on Facebook. Please check it out. I will do it later after the radio show, and this would be the, our previous homework type of thing. But we'll announce what we will be doing next with the radio show homework on the next radio.
Okay.
Next week. So, all right. I would say this is it for my workshop. Please come to the Vedanta Holistic and Spiritual Retreat in California Hot Springs on April 5th through 8th, and integrate your body, mind, and heart with me, and find that internal balance, and perhaps make a first step towards the healthy living, and perhaps healthy lifestyle. So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well said. I think that's exactly what it does.
All right. So I think that is it for today. It was amazing to have Deepak today on the
Yeah,
show.
so I guess we've learned that the root of all the problems in the world are stress. We need to not stress so much, and to do that, we need to just start by breathing.
Yes, please breathe.
Yeah, and
Please
maybe we'll put some simple like breathing techniques on the website or the Facebook page too. So make sure you check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/organic frequency radio. We'll have a lot of cool stuff that we post and information to kind of help you continue to keep your frequency. I don't know if I want to say higher, at a good place. Let's say
organic.
Yeah. keep your frequency organic. There we go.
All right, guys. Well, we had a great time. I hope you did. Let's meet again at 3:30 Pacific time next Monday. I am not sure what date it is. It is March 26th. So connect with us. We will be advertising it again on social media, and it was lovely to connect. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're so happy to be back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me at Stephanie@EdensBalance.com. You can check out my website, www.edensbalance.com. And then, like I said, don't forget the Organic Frequency Radio on Facebook. Check us out, like us.
Call us with questions. And as I said, my phone number 202-930-2530. Email b.ancientwisdom@gmail.com. Please connect for any questions for workshop retreat questions or comments. And, register.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Like, we love to get feedback from you guys. Give us questions. Tell us things that you're interested in. If you're interested in being on the radio and chatting with us, make sure you call and talk to our guests. Like, we really would like this to be very interactive. So that we are actually bringing you a benefit, and it's not just a benefit
because
for us.
it's time to share. It's time to
it's about community
integrate,
and co-creating. So we would definitely love to hear from you all.
It is time for community. All right. Well, have a lovely, lovely Sunday, and we will see and chat with you next Monday.
Yep, Monday, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time.